Hey everyone, I'm Lauren. Welcome to my channel. I have just started an Instagram page a few months ago, and now I thought I would start a YouTube channel also to share my love of books and book reviews of books that I've recently been reading or books that I read 10 years ago and absolutely loved. So I thought for the first video we just jump straight in and I would tell you all about a recent book that I finished probably like last week. It's called A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. And I was really questionable about this book at first because I'd been seeing it all over Instagram and I was a bit like, oh, okay, yeah, because I'd read several books that I'd been seeing over Instagram and was, you know, sort of less than impressed. I thought they were fine, but I hadn't read a book in a while, and I really got straight into it, especially the fantasy or sci-fi sort of young adult books, because I really felt that they were getting quite formulaic and sort of like stereotypical, and just sort of like there's this main girl protagonist, and then, you know, she finds out she's special in some way, and then she is like all upset because she finds out that she's special, and, you know, whatever it is, she has magical powers or whatever. And I just really don't understand that, because if you find out that you have magical powers, like, why would you be annoyed that you're special or different? And yeah, like in Harry Potter, he wasn't like, I'm a wizard, that's a shame. Like, I don't want to really, you know, partake in that. This is really annoying. You know, like, I feel like normal people would, like, fully embrace being told that they're awesome and or special. Anyway, just a current thought of many books that I have read recently. So this is where A Dark Shade of Magic really comes in, because I found this book to stand out from all of the rest of the books that I've recently read. I thought the two main characters, Cal and Lila, were just really interesting and quite different. And also, Lila is she's just awesome. Like, she often wears guys' clothes because she sort of like lives in a world where it's probably easier to be a man. And it's sort of like, you know, I kind of get the vibe that it's like 1900s London. And so it's sort of set in the premise that there's these three different Londons: Red London, White London, and Grey London. And there's two of the main characters are sort of from each of the two different Londons, and they all used to be united. And then you kind of find out why they've sort of split off and are in different dimensions. And she's also just a really great writer. Like, you can tell this is not her first novel, and she really knows how to just create this world and really pull you in, and she explains it really well. Although I will say that in the first few chapters, I was a bit confused. Like, I didn't really, the main character, Kel, is kind of like jumping around to all these different Londons, and I was a bit like, well, what's the difference? Like, why do we even care? Where is this coming? And then it would kind of flip between Cal and Lila, and then you kind of get to the point where they meet, and that's when it really kicks off. I actually ended up reading this along with one of my friends that I met over on Instagram, and I will tag her in the link to my video below so that you can follow her on Instagram as well. And we both figured out that we hadn't read this book and really wanted to, and we both just really enjoyed this book. And so we were kind of like messaging back and forth and like, oh my gosh, we're at this part and this part just happened. And we both kind of agreed that when the part that Cal and Lila really met, that's when the whole book kicked off. And one of my other friends over on Instagram, Cece, she actually just started reading this book a couple weeks ago, and I think she's finished, and she really enjoyed it as well. There you go. If you're looking for so it's an easy read, but it's all still very well put together, and it's well written, and the characters are really intriguing, and Lila's a badass, so you should go ahead and read this book, A Darker Shade of Magic. Do it.